What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to continue with Secret of Mana, and we're gonna be skipping the Danger song because I don't have I don't know where one of the samples is for that. So it's that drum that plays at the beginning. I don't have the sample for that, and I don't know where it is yet. So we're gonna skip that one for now. And continuing in game order, we're going to start with Calm Before the Storm. And I already have my, wait, I should have a project. I already have my MIDI up here. And so we're going to play the original and I'm just going to kind of load in my instruments and then as we go. And then we'll begin. Well, actually, I'll just play it, I'll just play it so you guys can hear it. First, we have a crash. SY99 crash. Actually, I think this one's kind of, but this one has the envelope already set. Nice. But we don't need attack for this. And we have our kick. No snare for this, but we do have a clap. And we also have the sticks somewhere in here, which is from the D50. It's the General Rolling Sticks. And we also have our Yamaha Professional Sound Library Glockenspiel, and also there it is, the tubular bell, and our strings. Let's go and grab those. Those are all contact. So, chimes, glockenspiel. Actually, let me name this tubular bells. And the thing with the, well, we'll get into that later, but, that's okay for now. So we also have our strings, so let's not forget to drag our strings in here. This is also the Yamaha Professional Sound Library. And we have our bass, which is also Yamaha Professional Sound Library. This, I don't even think we need this here. I don't think we need this ever. And we also have our flute. Wait, no, the flute doesn't get used. It's the TG77 flute. I don't need that anymore. I do want to grab the flute, though. So... we also have a slat bass that we use from the, what is that from? I think it's the S1000, there we go, S1000 slat bass. And we have our harmonica, which is going to be used, we're going to use the TG77 for. Also, I can do some cleaning up. Cool. So let's go over kind of the arrangement of this song. like a lot of other songs in this soundtrack, it sort of has this repetitious verse chorus thing where it's like, see, this is like it seems to repeat some sections. Like, look, you can see repeated parts here, but it actually has a pattern of repeating certain parts, and then it has a like an A B kind of thing. So we'll have to be careful of that and like look for repeats. So let's go start with this first pattern here. Which we have our kicks to start off with. And here I have a version where I've removed a little bit of space at the beginning. Looks like we have this one bar of kick that turns into strings. And this one bar of kick is just a single pattern that never seems to change. It doesn't look like there's any changes. It looks like it's a 2-bar pattern, actually. See, it starts out like, and then it does. But here, this one's different because it has a second. So it's like this, A, 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 B. Yes. And then it keeps going with that. Here's A, 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 B. A, 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 B. A, 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 B. A, 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 B. And then it changes here again, too. I don't know what this is. Oh, these are some lone kick drums. And then it speeds up. And here's also a B section with the kicks, too. Okay, so let's get started on that. Let's grab our A and B pattern for the kicks. Let's make a new pattern, call this drums. So now let's normalize those velocities. And I think I'm gonna put this as nice. Actually, this would be normal velocity. I have to set my scale. So after those, besides those A-B repetitions, we have this repeating pattern. But I should be able to just use that in the playlist like that. Like I don't need to. But this is what's unique. It does some different note stuff here. This is also an A-B repeating pattern where you have A-A-A-B. And so this is that pattern. It doesn't look like it really changed. Oh wait, it does change. Here's a C portion. Oops. You have A and B, so let's grab that. And so let's Alt X to change the velocity, and I have to adjust my scale here because I did something else with it. Okay, and then we have one more pattern here. This one's they have AAAB, AAAB. They also have a little bit of a different pattern here. AAAC. Wow, this is like really made it varying. But here's a different pattern here that we need to copy. That right there, and then Alt X, normalize the velocity. And let me do one more check for any different patterns. That's AAB, AACAD, and then some lone kicks, and then it starts over with the same thing. So nice. So we're going to go through and follow this pattern. We're going to go through the MIDI and try to follow this pattern. So let me... And I'm going to set my snap to be by the beat, because we're only going to need a beat to do this. So we have AAB. I know AAAB. And then it sucks that I can't keep this open when I have a pattern, but I can if I don't select this pattern again. So what I can do is we have AAAB. Let's see. Oops, I forgot to disable all these MIDI channels. So yeah, and then that's that B pattern. Then we have the AAAB pattern again. So if I go Control B to duplicate this, then it should be AAB. And then you have strings, so the drums take a rest. And then here the drums start over again. So let me copy this pattern and paste. So now you have the pattern repeats again. A, B. And then once again, A, B. And then one more time, you have A, B. And then the drums take a rest for the strings again. And then it continues all over again. So really we have this pattern. Well, there's this pattern of this pattern just kind of repeats so far. So if you cut this and then you just repeat this again. And that's when we start a new pattern, but these are actually G's, so I can't, it's not the same note, so I have to do another pattern. So let me just copy this pattern down. Go into my drums. And after that AAAB pattern, you have AB, and then you have this C section here. For about 4 bars, I don't remember. I'm just going to paste this here. Whoops, it's more than that. So let me just move this way out of the way. And then paste here. Alt X to normalize the velocity. And then we can close in the gap here. Cool, so now we can let this part ring out, and then we go to, we have and then we have our next pattern here, which is also AAB. We say, hey, I want to grab this last bar here. And then here's the B section. Here's the B repetition. And then we just have it repeated again. A. Oh, but there's the C section right here. So we have these two. We have two more of these. And then we have that third change right there. Oh wait, it's actually just a beat, like 2 beats. So I can just do individual kicks. So nice. And then we have that first part again. And then we have that last part. No, wait, that's the B section. Let's do this one right here. Oops, this is too early actually. Oh, because I had the MIDI too early. Nice. And then it looks like it just repeats that last part again. Actually, I think there's like a so it's do. And then more of these single kicks. Okay, so this part is kind of just playing only half the bar right here. And then it just repeats the next part again. Then that's when it rolls over to the beginning, I think. Is that a beginning repeat? Does this loop back to anywhere? I don't think it does. I think that's just an ending. So basically that just means we have this first part again twice. Oh wait, that was right. I did too many times. Nice. So that's where it repeats. So now let's see. Let me add my strings in. Let me see. First of all, what panning does the strings have? It is panned 42% right. Let me see what y'all are saying. Oh wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much for showing your workflow. You're welcome. Glad you're here. Welcome to the stream. So we have strings going to 42% right. And so let's take those strings in contact and set them to be 42% right. So, and that means we're kind of in, do we have these as sustained strings or are they kind of like legato? Do they fade out over time? No, they're sustained. Cool, so we have that chiming in every once in a while. Let's copy that and then make a new pattern and call it strings. And our strings are at channel 3 in contact. So let's paste it. Attenuate the velocity. Let me just stop this from playing for a second. And select number 3, Alt-C to change it. That's nice, but I want them to be more exact. So let me give them an accent, like a little bit of SFZ. Just to make sure that you can hear them. Like you can, just to make sure you can hear where the notes begin. Nice. And now let's send our kick to a mixer track. And also the string, and also the well, let me send the strings there, like to channel 2. And then that'll do. So let's call this strings. And let's call this kick. Okay, so we've got that, and let's now let's paste it into, well, we don't need to paste it yet. I want to see how it moves with the separate arrangement. And furthermore, let's move these drums. Well, we can wait on that till we got the full arrangement. So let's see what else we have going on. We have crashes and claps. Pretty much doing the same thing as the kick. And I think, yeah, I think it does follow the same thing as the kick, actually. That means that we should be able to just copy what the kick is doing and just paste it to the clap, really. But it doesn't use it uses a crash instead on that, on the downbeat. So here's that part. So there's no claps on this part. So I'm gonna need to rewind here, because we have sticks coming in as well. Oh wait, so not every time. Let me, you know what, let me just copy, let me just kind of cut this and copy where we have, because I can see clearly where there's claps and where there's, crashes. So let me just... Here's what I'm going to do for this one. Now knowing, I'm going to kind of copy all the AAAB stuff. Let's copy this right here because this is a complete formation. And let me just call this kicks, because I'm just going to keep kicks here. And let me make a new pattern and call it claps, crash. I'll probably use all the drum. So all these B notes are the crashes, and the rest are claps. And so let me normalize the velocity on this. So let's see. Oops, it's an octave too high. Nice. And so that plays out in the first part. Let's insert one and do the drum formation. And I don't think there's such a curve on the crash. And so this pretty much repeats for the next part, right? Like it just, hold on. Yeah, all these notes are the same. And then for the next part, it just takes the first parts. And then it just repeats it again. But actually, this is all just the same bar, I think. It's all... Looks like it stays the same. So we really only need one bar of this. And then we can repeat this throughout. So we can go roll. But why is the clap fluctuating? Why is the crash fluctuating in volume? That makes no sense. I don't know. It sounds like it's fluctuating in volume. It gets quieter. Oh, what? It's delay? It's got delay on it? What? That is weird. Oh, did I use... No, wait, I didn't. What is going on? Oh, wait, I left the crashes in the other one. That's why. Duh. DK restored songs cured my anxiety. Wow, glad to hear it. It's powerful. Yo, welcome, Eduardo. Hey, man, love the work that you do. Thanks, Raul. Welcome. Donkey Kong was and is the coolest one, bro. You rock. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I was listening to that current playing vegan to uncompressed versions that are very lovely. Glad y'all like it. All right, so we've got Pretty much this is looking correct. Whoops. And then you have it repeating again. But then you have the crash coming in. So we can extend that and make the crash ring out until it decays. And let's select all this because it's all ringing out on the other ones too. So we have this. And then you have nothing until the sticks come in. So actually, let's call this crash and collapse. And then we'll put the sticks in a separate one. It looks like the sticks have a 2-bar pattern, I think, because this one is different. A, B, A, B. And then it gets cut off. But this one's still just A again. So we really just need A, B, and A, B. So let's find first empty and call it sticks. Let's go to our sticks. Alt X to change the velocity. And let's tune it. Let's make sure we have the right note. So it needs to go like 1 note lower. So the sticks start right here. And it does this A-B pattern until the end where it just repeats A, B, and B, and then it has a crash. Right at the end there. At least I think that should be a crash. Oh, that's a clap. So let's go back, and I want to hear that by itself. And then this part just repeats again. Okay, so we've got this whole funky drum line here. Let's just copy all this. Let's make a new pattern and call it drums. And then everything at B except the very first round. Let's normalize the velocity. Everything at B except this is a crash. So let's shift I, grab. Actually, let's move it all to the front first. Let's put a time signature marker that starts the downbeat at the next note. And so then let's select all the B's, but be sure to leave this one out. Oh, that's a crash. So yeah, we want to shift I to invert the selection. Cut everything else. Paste it in the claps. And then everything else is a clap except for up here, that's the sticks. And so we want to go and paste this, but at the next bar. And so the sticks are going to go on the lower G sharp. This is going to go an octave lower. And I do believe the claps are using this kind of, that A, yeah. But the sticks are actually an octave too high. Nice. So let's drop this formation in. And this is actually a clap, so. And then we start over again with the regular formation. Nice, and so then it starts over with that formation. So now, let's see. Already almost sounds like as good as Sail from AWOL Nation. Oh wow, I actually haven't heard that one. I do like AWOL Nation's, the run song. Dun, 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 dun. I do like that song, but I haven't heard anything else from them. So let's see what's next. We pretty much completed those two channels, so let's see what goes next. Now we have a slap bass. But for how long is it a slap bass? Oh, it's a slap bass that turns into a regular bass. So the idea is that the bass is playing slap for that part, and then it goes to regular. So let me just copy everything that isn't a repeat. Like this, and this, and this. Okay, so the pattern starts over here. So this is all, the idea is that it repeats from there. And then this might be a different section. I don't know if that's a bass or not, but let's grab this, make a new pattern, call it bass. And then we're going to paste this into contact. And what is the channel of our slap bass? Slap bass is 5 and regular bass is 4. So let's attenuate the velocity and change this to 5. Alt-C. And this part is going to be a regular bass, so that's going to go to number 4. Alt-C to change. And take it down an octave. It's actually 2 octaves down. Yes. And the bass is pretty loud, so let's take that down a bit. And let's give these their own mixer track. So let's make a separate track for the flat bass and for the ground and the regular bass. And let's set those to be plug-in out 3 and 4. And let's set this one to be 5 and 6. And then we need to send 5 to the next one +1, and the next one is +2. Now these are going to appear here. So this is a slat bass. Call this slat. Call this regular. And I don't know if the regular bass is supposed to be that low. I think it might be higher. Yes, it's an octave higher. And so then I believe we have a long rest after this repeat, which is... Then we have a long rest. Okay, so that's a slap bass too. Okay, cool. So pretty much this whole thing, this is actually, let me see. When does it roll over to the next song? Or the next loop? Right here, after that first note, that last note is a loop to back to the start. So let's go and put this into our slat bass. Bass. Down 2 octaves. Alt X, normalize the velocity. And oh, actually, I need to send it to channel, I think it was 5. So we have this. Oh wow, it just kind of, it's very short. The notes are very short there. I don't know what that is. I think that's a mute. Yeah, it's a mute. So we want to set that to, we want to stop that from happening. Let's go into Contact, go into the mapping editor. And see that it says M on it for mute. So let's go ahead and turn that down. And then just extend the last note out. Nice. And so now in the playlist, we want to insert a new track and just set that to play. And so it repeats. What time? When does it start to repeat? Here we go. That's where it starts. So let's slice here. Let's slice this part off. Oops. Let me set my snap to a bar. So we want to repeat this part here. And then we start with that second section right here, exactly. let me move this down because I like to have my basses and kicks together. And then the drums on top of that. Cool. So now let's go to our next channel. We have more strings. It looks like something similar is happening in the next channel, so let's see what that's all about. It's a choir. This is where other strings layer on top of that. And then we have a little reprise here. So all this is strings. And then it repeats once. So maybe we can grab only the second part. And then it plays another section after that. And then it changes panning too, actually. And it repeats that bar. So we can copy just this. And let's go back to our strings channel and put it all in one. But also, we want to denote the panning for the second instrument, because it might be different. It might be like a spread panning. So let's denote what kind of panning we have for this. So 42% to the right, so we already have that going on here. So it's pretty much the same panning as before. So as we have, and it doesn't change till this part. Till the second part, it goes center. So we just want to, we don't need to make a new channel, a new contact patch for this, because it has the same panning. So let's go and paste this, and this is going to be in channel 3. Let's paste, and then Shift I to change the, to invert the selection. And then we want to move this to wherever it's supposed to, that under part is supposed to go, which is, where is that? I think that's here. But Shift I again to invert. We also want to Alt X the velocity. And we want to insert a new channel under a new track and then put that there. So, oops, I forgot to change the channel. So let's select that note and then Alt C to change the channel. Weird. Oh, I need them all to be 3. I don't know why they're all like that. There we go. So then this part repeats. Nice. Wait, no. Oh, that's that, that's that B section. So when does it repeat? Right here. There we go. And then this part repeats. Again, that last part. We have the C section here. But I think this is where it changes panning. So what do we have for that channel? It goes to center. So that means we can automate the panning for that patch in contact. So we go to the automation tab. We drag this one to the panning knob on our strings. And then we go to current project, generators, contact, and then we'll see an automation that says pan, and we right click and press edit events. And then we want to press Control I to insert what's already there. And then we want to say that during the C section, it's going to be centered. So find the C section, which is right there. And then we want to say we want to put that at 50%. So we want to put that part at 50%. So let's use the pencil so it does it in exact, it obeys our snap. And then it should be 50%. So now when we go, now it should go to center. And then when we go back to the beginning, it snaps to, takes our original pan. And now when we switch, it should be a cohesive switch. Nice. And so then in the next part, what do we have going on here? Oh, that's the bass channel. So we have more stuff happening here, but I want to make sure that's actually strings first. I haven't heard that part yet. Okay, that is strings. Nice. Pretty much all of that is strings. So let's paste that here. And then it has some space here. Does the original have that? Let me check. Or did FL just do something weird and put some space in there? No, it has that space. Alright. So now I want to Alt-C to set the new part to that. Oh, look, it all has that space. I want to Alt-C to set all that to the same channel, but actually, look, I forgot to attenuate the velocity. So Alt-X, and it should just snap everything downward. And what is our panning in that section? Looks like it's back to 42% to the right. So if I go to that part, I can kind of... Wait. It's actually center. But in the SBC, I could swear it was panned. Cause see, look, it's showing some panning here. Wait a minute, where is that? Oh, this is that lower part. Oh, I think it is center. Yeah, that's right, I was on a different part. Never mind. Cool, so that remains the same. And then we just stretch this part out. And then it doesn't switch back until it rolls over. That's cool, so we have our strings line. Nice. Hi, say Sam in chat. Hi, welcome. Welcome, Ryuka. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so sorry if my comment shows up twice. I was trying to get the smiley emoji to work. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't show up twice for me. So now what do we need next? What's our next channel? Going by pretty fast. We have a choir. A little bit different from the strings line. We have it panned 42% to the left. So let's grab our choir. Taken from the SY99 contact library. Utopia. And so this is going to be 42% to the left. Looks like it has a repeat here. Just like the strings. I think it's the same place as the strings. So let's just take the second part of this repeat. And then it has that same... Oh, look, it has string sections in it. And that's actually part of the strings. Let's copy this and paste it under the string. And this one is also center, so we don't need to worry about panning. It looks like the part after that is also strings, so let's Alt-X. And then let's make sure to send that to channel 3. And then let's go back to that part, because I think there's some parts after that. Oh, it also has another string section, which is also center pan. Okay, and then after that, it goes back to choir. Let's copy that and put it into the string section. Alt-X to change the velocity. And then let's Alt-C to change it to all to one channel. Should be 3. And then let's go back to where the choir is, and let's copy the rest of the choir parts. Which was right here. Let's see, I want to hear that part again. The ending choir part. Oh, and this note is a choir too. Okay, so we can copy that, which means that the last note I copied wasn't a string note. But wait, there was 2 notes here. Which note do I copy down? It looks like there's a delay within the string, so probably this one. And the choir for this is going to be about the same panning as before, so we can use the same patch. Oh, but I need to make a new choir pattern. Make a new pattern, call it choir. And then, let me go, because I didn't copy the first, I think I copied the first one, but I lost it because I was editing the strings here. So let's go to the second repetition. Let me stop this for a second. Go to the second repetition. So it repeats once. So let's see, here is where it starts to repeat. So let's grab this. And then it goes all the way and it starts becoming strings there. Let's copy that. And our choir is at channel 6. So let's go and copy that. Alt X, change the velocity. Select channel 6 and Alt C to change the channel. And it needs to go an octave up. It might be an octave up. Let me check. No, it's actually it was actually only one octave up. And let's send the choir to a mixer track. And let's send that the output to plug-in out 7 and plug-in out 8. Let's send it to the very next one, channel 3. And now we'll see it's going here, and then you change that to choir. In that choir, actually. And then we have our part 2 of the choir at the end. So let's go and grab that. And this, it's going to be starting here plus this before note. Let's copy that. Go to our choir channel, our choir pattern, and let's just paste it here. And I think we should have enough room to, well, let's keep it at the same. Well, let's just put it here and set a downbeat. And it goes all the way over here. Let's set the downbeat to be right here because this is a before note. And let's insert a track. Put our choir here. And I don't know why it's doing this to me. Weird. Let's slice this tail off. And then we repeat this section. And then we leave some space and then continue with this at the end. And I want to put this, I want to set my snap to a step and put this, align this with the bar like a step before. But actually this note at the end here, we can delete because that's just the beginning over. No, that's C6. Oh, but I forgot to set it an octave up. So this is going to be an octave too low. And I also forgot to normalize the velocity, so Alt X. Octave up, and I think I might have forgotten to set it to channel 6 as well. Oops. Alt C to change the channel to 6 to be good in good shape. And I want to make sure I have enough, strong enough attack on that choir. Yeah, I think we need to change the envelope on the choir because it kind of has a natural fade in. Oh no, it's not natural. It actually fades in with the thing. But I want it to be sustain. Maybe a little bit more attack than that. Is there reverb on that? I don't want reverb on that except for the one I have. No, I don't think. I think it's just a natural reverb. Or maybe it's release. Yes, because we have like 500 release. Only want 250. And now we should be able to hear every note, where every note starts. Cool, so we've got that. Now let's go to... Okay, so we've got synth brass. Still synth brass, and it looks like it repeats. Wait, no. This is still not a repeat. Oh, it repeats here. So here's where it repeats, so we can just select the next part of this. Just gotta catch that first note. And then this is the C section here. But just like the strings, it also repeats these 4 bars. Let's copy that. But because this is... Oh, this is actually another strings part. I'm not sure if I want to put this in the strings line. I might just put this in the strings line because it's basically synth strings. But first, before I do any of that, I want to add the synth brass patch. SY99 synth brass. That's going to be at channel 7. So we add this. And then attenuate the velocity. And select channel 7 and Alt-C to change it. And this is going to be center pan, so we don't have to worry about it. Oh, but there's like delay on it that's causing it, like a stereo delay kind of thing. Or a chorus or something. But I think in that section, in those legato sections, we want a little bit of attack on it. So let's see what we have, because it's pretty sharp right here. With no release, really. Nice. So then when we get to that high section, then we have some attack. So that means we need to make another synth brass patch. And this time we need to give it some attack. Like maybe 600 milliseconds. And then we need to go select these legato notes, which are pretty easy to select. Go cut them, and then send it to... Oh wait, no, we don't need to cut them. They're also in context. So we just select channel 8, press Alt-C to change it, and then we're good. Oh, actually, this is regular strings. So we need to change this to regular, too. Control-Shift, select. And then we can just change this to, what is our strings? Channel 3? So now let's hear how those legato strings, slow strings sound. I don't think we need that much legato, that much slow. Maybe something like 400 milliseconds of attack. Nice. Let's check on that. Hmm. It also has vibrato. Maybe even less attack. Although that might be, it kind of sounds like the sample has vibrato in it already. No, actually, I think it does need vibrato. So let's go to source. Let's see, mod, yes. Add modulator. And then do a sine LFO. Let's set that to about 0.12, 0.10 or so. Press the, let's go to preview it. And then we go to about 5 hertz. And then it's going to have a fade in for about 200 milliseconds. Maybe faster. Or maybe stronger. And just give it some fade in. I just wanted to be able to hear it. Maybe more like 15.15. Nice. But it is kind of faster, so let me change it to like 10 hertz. And maybe it's more like 9. Also sounds like the loop point is a little bit imperfect. Let me see if I can edit that. No, the loop doesn't even have a chance to roll over. At least not in that one. It's just not the greatest sample ever. But it works. I might see if I can record it from the TG77 instead. Because it's probably going to sound better on the TG77 because it's the same sound. It's just on the SY99 and it was exported to Contact. Let me see. So let's see. What's up? Welcome, Xavier. Why is this, it's so hot here. So let me try to fire up the TG77 and see, it probably sounds better on there. So turn this on, fire it up, and then I'm going to shift and select all of these. Let's let me select the other one first. Channel 7. And let me cut this and open a MIDI out set to channel port 3 because I have the port 3 going to the TG77. And I'm going to go and find the brass 1980 patch. Synth brass. So let's out the TG. Let me hit effect bypass to turn off the reverb and stuff. Let me see. Got some shine here, so kind of hard to see. Let me go to bank select and try to find brass patches. It's always difficult to find these brass patches because they're always into. See, I'm going to select memory and go to bank select. Look for BR. Should start with BR. Okay, so it's not here. Not here. Let me see. Right now we're in P1. Let me cycle through. Maybe it's just not showing me the brass part. It's also not letting me. Oh, it is letting me select. Oh, here's some of the brass patches. Lucky, big band, 1980. There we go. So now if I play my the MIDI out, it should play the brass patch, and you can hear it if I go to master and select into, and it should record directly. Oh wait, I have to paste it in first. What? Let me disable this. It's doing some kind of weird delay thing. That is very weird. So if I go and hit a note, oh, I have direct in, direct out, direct to monitor on. There we go. That sounds so much better. Yeah, I definitely like the sound of that better. And so if we grab this other section, see? And paste. Wait, why didn't it copy? I hate when FL Studio doesn't like do what I ask it to do. So let's see. Control C to copy. And then paste. There we go. Now it listens. And we'll set our envelopes later on, but then now, let me make sure there's no more synth brass before I record. So this is just more string notes. Let me copy those string notes first, actually. Ah, we do have more string notes. So we have some string notes here. Oh, this is that next section, and then it switches. Wait. Then it changes. And the rest should be just strings. So let's paste it here. And then Alt X applies the velocity. Wait, I've disabled contact. And then I also think I soloed something there. Okay, and then after that, the rest is synth brass. Actually, I think that's the wrong channel. Okay, so here is where the brass begins. Or rather, where it begins again. So now... Here we go. Right here. And these are all staccato. These are all like strong attack notes, correct? Yes. Cool, so now we just need to record that. And let me set the volume to be pretty loud so we can get to the so we can get a good strong recording on that. Okay, so let's grab Edison. And then temporarily, I want to remove this space so that we can get a good, clean recording. Cool, so let's record this line into Edison. Press record, and then play. Nice. Okay, so let's trim the side noise and normalize it. Nice. And now let's save this to our recordings folder. Let's see, What is this? Oh, God. Don't do that. So now we can take this and, we can go and undo where we moved that note and create to get that space back. And now we can change this to an envelope controller. because we don't need it for the first bit, but we do need it for this part where we have a, let me make sure that we want it for this part. We want it for this part, but we don't need it for the rest, because that's where we only want it for the legato part, because we need to give it that envelope and bake it into the, and put it into the recording. So what we want to do is then drop the recording into the playlist. Actually, let's create a new track so we can put it up here. Let me take the volume down. And here's that part where we want to use the envelope controller. So first of all, let's paste the, hold on. Actually, this envelope controller, since it's only like since it's only a small section, I can really just cut it and then paste it in a new pattern. Let's call this pattern brass. Paste it here. And then we want to say that we want to right click the recording of the brass, link to controller, and select FruIty Envelope Controller Articulator 1. Now that means that this envelope right here is going to control the volume of the brass. And so what we want it to stay at 100% for the first part. So what that would mean is that, let's see. Trying to think here, because it's gonna introduce itself. I can make it. Let's first of all put this here. And let's get it to. That's good, but it has a it has a bit of a pop to it. So I want to remove that by having the envelope be a bit early to catch that part, because it processes a little bit ahead. Oh, because the notes are supposed to be a little bit late. So what I want to do is actually drag the recording a little bit late. So it should not start until the envelope starts. But it still has a little bit of pop to it. So let me drag the envelope a little. Holding Alt to move it a little bit earlier, and then we're good. But now here it mutes it out because the volume is 0 over here. And now if I tried to, so what I want to do is, I think I want to clone this recording. And then when I am right here, so I want to trim this to start whenever this part starts, and end when this part ends. And then for the rest of the time, I can use my second one, which is not controlled by the envelope controller. Set it to be normal volume. Whoops. And then I can cut this right here. Let me try to grab just this. There we go. Let me zoom in here so I can see this, see what I'm doing. And let me hold Alt so I can fine tune my slicing. Now we just drag this up. And remember, this line is supposed to start a little bit later after the fact. So drag it a bit ahead, and then now we have that. And it's a little bit too loud, so let's turn it down. And this part also has to start, well, it does already. Wait, no, it doesn't. Nice. I think this part is repeated, actually. Yes. Oh, and this is the part where there's space between it. This part starts later. This part starts right before the repetition. Oh wait, but actually, this whole thing right here is supposed to repeat it. No. Yes. This part repeat. This part waits. Let me set my this part's gonna repeat again. Let's copy this, paste it. No, that's an uneven paste. Paste it, try to get it to show up right here. And it shows up at a weird time, of course. So now to correct this dumb thing that FL Studio does, we have to go and set our maybe it's like a beat thing. No, it actually pasted at such a weird time that I have to go to step. That's really annoying. And then remember, we also want it to be just the slightest bit late, so we have to go hold Alt and drag it away. Okay, so that works. And then we have this next section. And then it waits, and then it has an ending. Now let's re-enable contact. We can remove this in the brass. And that part's kind of loud. Choir is also kind of loud. That part doesn't sound right. What am I missing here? Let's see. So the brass, oh, did I miss this part completely? I think I did. It actually repeats 4 bars later. not playing now all of a sudden? Oh, because it's at low. Oh, I need to use the other one. Wait a minute, did I forget that? I think this plays again at the end. Yes, it plays here. So I just needed to repeat more of that. So let me actually remove this and just copy this part. FL Studio is probably gonna ruin my my thing again, but we'll deal with that later. It's probably gonna copy it at a weird time. And why it copies it all the way over here, I have no idea. But it's also probably ruined my like little slight lateness. But let's see. Okay, so we've got that. And then it repeats. And then we have our strings bit. Those strings are kind of loud. See. Someone says, do you know any way to swap the original soundtracks with the restored ones when playing an emulator? Yes, there's actually the what's called the MSU1 patch. And they have this they have this with all the soundtracks that I've done. You can find this by just Googling the game name and then MSU1. And it should come up a place called zeldix.net. And they have all of my copies of it. So what do we have next? Let's see, we've got all the brass parts here. So now we just need to give this a mixer track. Let's go to the new mixer track. It's a 6 and call it brass. Okay, now what's next on our, what's the next channel? See what we've got. We've got a little, I think it's a flute trill. I can recognize it here. Oh, we've got another layer to the brass, too. Oh, man, I've got to record that now, too. Shame on me for not checking, but... Okay, so that part is a glockenspiel. We don't need that. So remember, we've got our repeat here. So let's copy that. And I'm going to go to a new pattern without naming it, because it's just a throwaway pattern, really. We've got some more strings there, too. But we can worry about that in a minute. So send this to port 3. So far, no more brass. That's good. So let's Alt-X. Press Enter, and then we need to go and grab our the top brass layer again. Oh, we do have more brass in there, actually. But we can worry about that in a second. we're grabbing this part now again. And we can avoid the, actually, I do want to keep them all in one line, so. No, we actually don't need to do that. We can, well, no, I have to make an all new recording for this, so. Let's go, let's stop here. Alt X, change the velocity, and now let's go and grab the lower brass part. So this is piano and strings, and then the top brass starts. And it starts right here. Copy that, and then paste it right after. Alt X. Go and grab the lower layer. And what bar was that at? There we go, right here. Alt X, change the velocity, and now let's hear it on the TG. I need a bridge. Alright, and let me just put a limiter before that, just in case it, because the TG has a lot of volume fluctuations that are weird. Nice. So now let's go to Edison and record. Nice. So I think, I mean, if I can't remove that tail, because I wanted a clean tail, but I think we don't actually need it because it's just gonna run into the original again anyway. But actually, I want to keep that tail because that can be good for when it starts over. Like, then you can have the tail if you just repeat that first note. So now what I want to do is save this sample over our old one. Failed save. What are you? Oh my god, I hate this. This program sometimes does some stupid stuff, man. And then it doesn't even delete. Like, look at that. Like, it straight up said it deleted my file. It says it's open in another program. What a mess. Else you. Okay, so what I wanted to do is just save this over. But let me save it as another file. Let me just save it as untitled. Close out the project. Oh wait, I didn't even save that project. Whoops. So let me save this as a new project. And let me see. So let's close this out. And then I want to go into my files. And grab the untitled. Let's delete this one. And let's go to properties. Wait, Windows Shell menu, properties. Let's rename this to calm before the storm. Let's call it, no, we can call it calm brass or brass. And now when we reload the project, it should have those changes made without us needing to do anything. Except that for some reason now it's got this delay in it. Oh, because I forgot to do I forgot to remove the silence, that's why. Trim side noise. And then now I have to do that all over again. Save the recording as untitled.wave. Close the project. Delete the old one. Go to Windows Shell menu. And then we reload the project yet again. So now it should have our changes made. Now we can hear both sounds and it hasn't affected our Nice. So now it's almost complete. Now I just need, we have this flute trill here. And we also have a harmonica port. So this part is the flute. And then this arpeggio is also the. But also, before we do this, I also forgot about our panning up till now. So let's see. The strings stay center. Strings stay center here for the whole track. Everything stays center for the whole track. And actually the brass stays center as well. So I don't need to worry about that. Oh, but it does, let's see, it does change panning here. Oh, that's strings. So we do have that last string, wait, no, this is something else. Let me just go in order because this is the brass. And then the brass stays, well, because when it changes panning, it's not brass. That's probably a flute or something. So what I want to know is, does the flute change panning? Yes, it does. But that's so our flute is the flute trill is going to be 42% left. And then when we go to these arpeggios, include arpeggios, it's center, but there's some like panning effects that aren't displayed here. So we have, see, it's 42% left, but it's shifting. It's like cycling back and forth. So what I need to do is, let's see, that's not the, so whenever it's, so I need to grab the flute part and let's see. So it goes from that to, what else is it? It has a tubular bell that pans all over. And so then you have that repeating part again. And then you have this, yeah, so I control shift and select all these flute arpeggios. Let me see, did it stop on me? Kuro Echo stops if you don't have any input for a few seconds. So this is this part right here, there's more harmonica. And the flute, we have the flute again, but it's a piccolo now, and it shifts to the right, and pan to the right. That's all this stuff right here. And then it stops right there. So let's control shift and select all this. And then it does some trilling stuff here. We can copy that, and let me see, what is the panning part on that last ending part of the flute? It's still to the right, so. But let's go and paste that into, or no, let's make a new pattern. We can delete this actually. And let's name this new pattern flute. And let's paste it into the flute channel. So we're going to start this here, and then, whoops. All right, okay, the first note is G. And then the downbeat is this note here. Downbeat starts here. Now we can just remove all this space. Let's go highlight the space and then control and just delete. Control delete. And then we do the same for over here. Control delete. Control delete. So now we just Alt X to change the velocity. And we go up an octave. So now we have to put all these events into the playlist. So let's go, let me see what y'all are saying first. And now we just go create a new track. And then we And it looks like the I have to set my snap to beat. Oh, but actually smaller than beat because I want this to be here. So we go to step, and then we're following what's happening here. So let me make a cut here. And this is where I think those flute trills happen. That might be part of the harmonica though. Nice. Okay, and then another cut. And where does this part start? It's going to be a C note. Let me see where the C note begins. Oh, actually, we have first that, oh, look, I think it starts right here, actually. Let me set my snap to beat again. And so then you have this part starts, and then that's too loud, so let's turn it down. And then we have another cut that happens right here. And then the flute trill does its thing. Flute does its like little trill thing in the end. Very end. So now we want to go through and see what pannings do we have when. And we can do that by looking at the channel that the flute's in and going and watching the panning knob here. It looks like it starts out 42% to the left. We can go into this flute trill part, go to note pan, and set the notes to be 42% to the left. Nice. And then the arpeggios, what are those? Those have some weird have a cycle going on. But I don't know what the cycle is because it's not represented in the panning automation. So let's see, let's try to find, there we go. Try to find out where it begins. Cool, so let's try to recreate that. So let's give it a mixer track. Let's name this flute, first of all. Let's give it a mixer track. And then we'll try to replicate this panning using Fruity Pan-O-Matic. So we'll set it to pan and then just do... It kind of does it go, how far does it go? Does it go all the way? All the way right and all the way left? Looks like it does go all the way right and left. Let's make it faster. Slower. Set it to a triangle waveform. I think it's slower, actually. Cool, so... And I know that the notes are also pretty staccato here, but they're not always staccato. So maybe we have, like the brass patch, we have to do a separate articulation. So let's clone this patch. And I'm going to go into the flute. And let's see, I know we're going to want a... Well, actually, maybe a Sforzando will take care of that. So if we go to set the sustain to mid 50%. We give it a, do we accentuate that transient? Nice. Yeah, that works, as long as we have that transient at the beginning. But actually, I think that doesn't work for the trill. The trill is supposed to be kind of blurry. No, it's not. I think we need longer decay, though. And not so much release. Yeah, it was the release that was killing us. Because I think this is supposed to be like a woodwind section, because it's doing articulations that you would usually in an orchestra have a whole bunch of winds doing. So you would want a feeling of release, but winds are pretty start-stop. They don't have a lot of release going on, so you don't want too much. Yes, that works. But I think we want some more, a softer attack for those long notes. Let me see. Gotta find where those long notes are. But it's not too much. It still has a strong attack. Maybe it has a little bit of attack even. Yeah, it's got a bolt. Let's see how that affects the rest of it. Nice, so that works, but also we want to tell the Panomatic that it's actually only going to be active in that trill part. In that, no, that arpeggio part. So we want to have it right-click the mute and solo and edit events and say it's disabled here. And then here it activates. And then it disables here. Cool, so that works. And now we want to say, okay, so what is our, oh wait, I have to fill in this section here by doing, I want to add the flute trill here. And add it here. And so then I want to say, what is our panning on this legato section? So let's go watch the flute channel, which is this one right here. So it switches to 42% to the right in this section. So we want to represent that with note panning. So find 42% to the right. And then do that. And then what is our trill? Does it change again? What does our trill section say? Or the ending? That one's still 42% to the right. Nice. So that's pretty much the flute. So now we only have that last section. Hey Sam, are you done with the ATTLP soundtrack? No, not yet. We still have 2 songs to go. But I'm doing this. I'm gonna kind of alternate between doing Secret of Mana and A Link to the Past until A Link to the Past is done. I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have finished Link to the Past first, but I was impatient. So let's see. What's our last channel? What? No, wait. We have more on this channel actually. More to do here. There's other instruments that play here. There's the harmonica, which we have to record in the TG-77. So let's see. This part is the TG-77. Now this part is the harmonica. That's the tubular bell. That's more flute. That's also the repeat of this section in the harmonica, which actually we can just select this so if there's anything else. More tubular bell, tubular bell. Wait, this is more harmonica. That's flute. And then this part is the harmonica. But actually, one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to grab that glockenspiel line. So let's paste this here for now. And no wait, that one's this channel's first. So let's cover this first. So this is our throwaway recording channel, and I want to remove this space. So let's go edit, delete space. Select the rest of it. Edit, delete space. But one thing I did forget is the vibrato on the flute. I want to know if there's vibrato on the flute in some of those legato sections. No, there's actually no vibrato on this one. No vibrato here, so we're in the clear. Now, this harmonica section, let me make sure Kirodeko doesn't stop playing. And so this harmonica section, cool, pretty straightforward. So let's go to the TG-77 and select our Muthi patch, which is the harmonica TG-77. Let me show you guys. See? And then if I go cycle through this, try to find where it says WN. Try to find where it says WN. If I keep on, oh wait, there it was. I just have to cycle through. Where it says WN tenor, so that's the wind section. Then I go find Muthi. There we go, Muthi. That's the harmonica patch. So now, when I play my MIDI, it should play that. But it doesn't for some reason. Let me see what's going on. It's taking MIDI input, but I might not be using input. Oh, because I'm doing that? No. It's not going into FL Studio for some reason. Let me see. Recorded. It's just FL Studio sometimes fudges the inputs. So it's just not going through in FL Studio for some reason. And let me try changing my audio handler. Let me try refreshing the audio box. Oh wait, I think it disarmed the recording thing. Yes, that's what happened last time. Perfect. Okay, so let's try to record this line. Cool, so let's raise the volume of that till it reaches top. And then we'll record that into Edison. Nice, let's record that. I don't know why it did that. Why does it do this? So that pause, this is where it ends right here. So that's our line. So now we just need to save this as let me make sure there's no other layer to this because you know what happened last time. No. Let me make sure that was a harmonica in that other part. Wait, I think I put some of the flute stuff in here. Oh, no, I didn't. I got it. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Cool, so that's all well and fine. Let's save this as harmonica. And so now we just want to drop this in here. But let me make a new pattern for this. Make a new mixer track for this. Oh, I forgot to remove the side noise. There we go. Now save this as a calm brass. No, not calm brass. Calm harmonica. Now we drop this back in. So now I forgot to leave space here, so I don't know if I think I might have to re-record it, yeah. I need to leave space between these sections, so So this part I need to leave space between. And this part. Let me delete this. Let's say new and let's record again. Nice. So now let's trim the side noise and then save it again. Okay, so now we have that brass line again, and let's drag it in. I know the harmonica line. So it starts right before the flute, and then let's cut it here. And it starts, where does it start? I think right here. Let me check. Right here. Bar 37. Wait, no, that's the first part. 37, and let's see. It's also way too loud. Let's turn it down. We actually have we need another part here, and I think this has some. Oops, this has a little bit too much tail at the end. So we have this part that plays again here, and I'm going to put this in the same track as the flute. Flute, the harmonica happens again. And then actually we start this part section at bar 127, at bar 37. You can have it be a little bit louder than that. And then the final harmonica bit happens. Nice. So now we want to say, where does this, like, what's the panning for this harmonica line? So let's go to the MIDI and let's watch that same pattern for the sections of the harmonica. So we start with it at 55% to the right, no, 42% to the right. And then the next part is also 42% to the right. So the whole thing is 42% to the right, so we can just go to the audio recording and go 42, right? 42. Cool, so that's done. Now we just have to give it a mixer track. And let's go to insert 8 and call it harmonica. So next we have we have the tubular bells to think about here. And so the only part that the tubular bells plays is this right here. I do believe that we loaded the tubular bells into contact already. And I think we can actually delete this Edison and the fruity limiter because that's, well, we'll leave it there for now. Because we don't need to record anymore. So we're going to go to contact, and the tubular bells is the first channel. So let's, in this new pattern, we can delete this now. And let's go to, let's call this pattern, I'm going to put the glockenspiel in this pattern too. Call this bells. And we're going to set our channel to level 1 to channel 1. Paste. Alt X. Alt C to change. So that's all good, but we need some release on that. It doesn't have it in the game, but we want to sort of recreate that effect because tubular bells are not supposed to just start and stop like that. Let's do release. For release, let's do, make sure, yeah. Do like 8 seconds, or maybe that's too much. Maybe 4.5. That might be too much, actually. Let's go for 3 seconds. Nice, and it's got a bunch of different, like each of the notes are panned differently. So what we have to do is go into this one and grab this panning information, copy it. But now the problem is here that each time it pans, it's going to take the release, like it's just going to pan the whole thing, but we want each note to be independent because it has some release on it. So what we have to do is, how many different pannings do we have here? Well, actually, all we really have to, we only need 2 because we could just change every other note. And so what I want to do is, with this copied, I want to go to the bells. And then what I'm going to do is make another tubular bells instrument, tubular bells patch. And then I'm going to set every other note to be this new patch, which is at level 7, that channel 7. And so we want to go Alt channel 7. But actually, I think it might be easier to just not use the automation and just make a bunch of different patches. So we have to say how many different levels of panning we have here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a bit much. So actually, I might just automate it. So we have to go to, let's see, panning, and drag this to the panning, and then we have to drag the next one to the panning for the last one. So now what I want to do is go to current project, generators, contact, and let's take this first pan, paste our automation, but I also want to remove the automation that I put, because I just put that there to see what it is. So in this new automation, what we can do is remove every other note. So let's zoom in a little closer. Only want the odd notes. Let me select my step because I don't want it to ruin what I have already. That. that, that, and like that. So now I want to go into the other one, paste that that automation, and then just only want to take the even ones. So that would be this, this. Wait a minute. This. Wait, no. This. And this. Nice. Oh, wait, I forgot to set... I set some of these wrong. So this one should be... This one should be green. This one should be green. Let's see. Wait. Select green and then... Oh, wow. What in the world did you do? This program is so stupid sometimes. All right, so... Control C, select every other one. And then we wanted to go to 7. Yeah. Every other one is 7. There we go. So now if we solo this track. Oh, but I forgot to put release on this one too. What? Wait, it's not doing it right. Oh, wait a minute. I did that wrong. Let me try again. So it's this right here. And then that. Nice. And then if we go solo the other one, it's nice. Okay, so now that altogether that's... It has a nice spread on it. Now let's give that a separate mixing out. And let's send this to, what are we at? 7, 8, or 9 and 10. And let's send that to, what are we up to? So we're out, contact is sent to 2. And we want it to go to 9. So 9 minus 2 is 7. Let's do plus 7. And now it's sending it there. We should send almost 2 little bells. Oh my God. Nice. So now we want to take this pattern and paste it where it goes, which is, let's see. Ding dong dong, ding dong. Nice. And then it repeats here. Cool, so now that's that channel. We're done with that channel. And then the last channel, let me see what y'all are saying. Nothing. So we only have I think we just have the glockenspiel left. Because this is all just brass. No, we have some more flute stuff too. Let's listen. There's the glockenspiel. So we grab that channel. And so now we can paste it in the bells section. And I think channel 2 is for the glockenspiel. And we want to attenuate the velocities, and now first thing we need to do for this patch is fix the loop points. It's got bad loop points, at least in this sample. So let's go to that sample, and we go to loop edit, and let's try to align it as best we can. But we might need to go manually just search for it. So let's go up. There we go. That should do it. Nice. Perfect. So let's save that patch for the next time we use it. So now this glockenspiel, in the game it was recorded as an octave, but the octave is a bit offset. So because if you go to the game sample, you can hear it has sort of a click to it, and that's because right here, this end of the sample, they have another note come in. They have it go in an octave up. But the patch is just that one note. It's just... So what we have to do is... I think this is... I don't know. I can't tell if this is the lower or higher. I think this is the higher one. So let's take this. I'm going to copy it, paste it, and put it into the lower octave. And so now, because this is the top layer, the top octave is later, we need to like just kind of hold Alt, select it, hold Alt, and put it later. Nice. I think it's faster though. Like the click is faster. And I think one of the samples there is now clicking again. So let's see which one that is. It's this one. Nice. So now just we go to loop edit. Let me try auditioning, go up. That might do it. Nice. But I think was one of them louder? Yes, look, you can see that the top layer is slightly louder. So what I want to do then is select this lower layer and take the velocity down a little bit. Let me try to audition it. But actually, it might not be later. I think it's just because it's two notes on top of each other. Of course, it's going to be louder. So what we really need to do is, let's see. I think the attack is faster too. No, the decay is faster. Yes. Decay is definitely faster. So let's go to our envelope. Go to 3 seconds. Maybe a little longer. But we also want some release. So let's give it some, let's give it about the same time release. Nice. Maybe a little bit less. Nice. Okay, so that works. Let's give this a mixture track. Create separate master output channel. And then we go to unassigned 1, unassigned 2. That's going to give us 10, 11, and 12. So let's see. Now we want to see what panning this is going to be. Let's go and look at the channel. This is the channel here. Let's watch how it changes. Well, we have to put it into the playlist first. So let's go find where it goes. I know that's easy because it just goes above the brass. So this one's going to want to, FL Studio is going to want to extend this pattern, but we want to say no, let's just cut off that part. And put it up here. But also that glockenspiel is kind of loud, so let's turn it down. So now, yeah, that's pretty much it. And it doesn't have any more. Oh, there's some other flute notes in that channel. I forgot. Oh, I forgot about the panning. What is the panning for that part? So let's watch that tracks. Okay, so that part is center. We got more brass notes. I think all this is brass, and then there. What's that last section? Ah, we do have more glockenspiel notes. And I think they're all center, too. Okay, so they're all center, so that's good. And let's grab that. And paste it at the next bar. Anyway, the velocities. We have to reset our scale because we set it to something before. And let's put this here, and let's also, well, we don't have to set the downbeat for that. Not that not that serious. So where does this happen? I think it happens right here, right? So it happens right here, and let's set our snap to be a half a beat, I think. Whoops, Dad's calling. So let's go right here. I didn't cut off any notes, did I? No, I didn't. There we go. So now we have this. Oops, I forgot to set the channel. That would be channel 1. See? Wait, no. Glockenspiel is 2. Oh, we still have to do that same thing as before. We just set this to be. Let's copy this. Set our snap to step. And then let's, wait a minute. Now I have to select these. I have to select the top layer. Let's make them just a little delayed, just like we did before. But I want to make it consistent, so I have to see how much delay did we give it. Almost a quarter of a step. But actually, I think it would just be better off going up. Cool. So let's take that part. So now, oh wait, we already put it there. All right, so. But it sounds like it's not, it sounds like some of the octaves are pitched wrong. Let me see. No, I think it might just be phasing or something. This might be an auditory illusion. Cool, and let me see what y'all are saying. Nothing. So now we have the next flute part. And this one's panned to the left still. And that's the other part of the brass that we already got. And then it repeats over again. Wait, we go to the flute. So this is an under part of one of the flutes parts. So this would be like right here, I think. Alt X, change the velocity. And I think this goes an octave, maybe? Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely only 1 octave spread because look at the difference. So let's go an octave up. Yeah, because I remember we have to put the flute an octave up. And let's say, so now if we go to our flute line, I want to see what the panning is for that. 42% left. So let's set it. It's like a spread. So it's like 42% left. There we go. Cool, so then it repeats. And I think we had, like, I let that first note ring out of the brass, so it wouldn't be... So we're gonna have to work on that. But let's go and copy everything and make sure that it... And set the loop. So, grab everything, really. This is radical. Nice. So now we just copy everything and I'm gonna paste it here and see. Cool, so that works. And then the brass, we can remove that first note because I have it ringing out in the last one. There we go. So everything looks right here. Sounded like there was something weird going on with the bass in that part. Let me see. I think that was just my ears. No, that's good. Now all we have to do is give it an ending. Let's see, where does this want to go? So let's just end it. It sounds like it's pretty definitive. So let's just end it with that with the beginning note, like the first note of the beginning as well. Let's give it a C note. Let that choir ring out the C. Whereas I'm not going to do anything for, well, it already has that other note actually, so that's good. Happy accident. Now the flute is going to go to also C. Nice. And now I want to try to get a fade out on that flute because I can. Nice. And then I want that, actually everything's going to fade out. So we can just fade out contact at the end, I think. So let's right click contacts volume, Control I to paste what's already there. And then at the ending, where's our ending? Final note is at 24. So we want to go to 24 and just right click and drag down. Dope. I don't know why FL Studio did that because I certainly did. Here. So now the bass. Nice. And let's give it like a final kick right here. And a final crash too. Nice. Now the strings also need an ending. Now we're ending on an F major chord, so I might just let that last note ring out here. And of course it doesn't start where I want it to. Nice. Nice. Now let me make sure that none of those patterns extended on the loop. Now it looks like the loop is okay. Sweet. Okay, that works. Now, great work. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. So let's I just want to go through it and do a mixing pass because I haven't had added any mixing yet. So what I want to go through is change my reverb to PSIR1. And I have buses created here so that I can have independent reverb for each of the lead, accompaniment, and drums channel. Oh, looks like FL Studio has decided to freeze on me. FL Studio doesn't like those soft tube plugins very much, so sometimes it freezes. So let's go to our backups and let's see. We first saved the work at 1543, which was 1 minute ago, so I don't think we lost very much, but let's check on it anyway. All our notes have gotten endings, so we should be good. Nice. So now I want to go continuing what I've done, and I also want to save this as over my original project. because it's a backup. And so now I have to go. Oh, I didn't. It stopped before I could select this one too. So let's go and add Fruity Reverb again, or no, the TSAR Reverb again. And I think what freaks it out is if there's two instances of TSAR open at once. So let's go to TSAR. And for the drums, I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna use a rev plate. Let's do minimum decay, and then I want to go through everything and like let's first go through the kick. Oh, I forgot to give the claps and the crash a little bit of a mixer track, and also the sticks. Let's go track, track, and track. Nice. So now let's send this to the drum reverb. I don't know if I want that much, so nice. Yeah, modern sound much better to me. Nice. I think we don't really need to do much to this kick because it's pretty good. Maybe just try some saturation to take the 80s out of it. And it has the ever so slightest effect. I don't think I really need it. Let me put an exciter on it and see if that makes it clear. Yes, that makes it a little bit more clear. But I don't think we need the saturation knob, so let's remove that. And let's maybe put some chorus, a slight chorus on it so that it gives it a sense of changing over time. Nice. Sweet. So let's go to strings. Let's send this to melody, lead. And let's make this a hall reverb. Let's try saturation on this. Oh, did I not set the, I think that other tubular bell channel I didn't set to have a mixer track. I don't think we need the saturation for this one either. Let me do Le Petit Excite. That one does make a difference. I don't think we need it so heavy. Also, I forgot to give the glockenspiel a mixture track. It's weird because it actually does have a mixture track, but I didn't send it anywhere, I think. Fruity Wrapper is just not sending it there for some reason. Oh, wait, I didn't give it a place. Let's see. There we go. Let's call this track Glockenspiel. Cool, so let's actually raise that a little bit. I want to hear that sharpness of the strings. So let's also put a little bit of chorus on it just for dynamics. So that we forget it's a sample library. Nice. Nice, okay, so let's go to the slap bass. And we want to give this also a little bit of reverb. Let me listen to what kind of reverb it does have in the original. No reverb. Okay, well maybe we might try giving it no reverb. I usually like to give everything a little bit of reverb, but since it's a bass, maybe no. And let me try, I definitely think I want saturation knob on this. Yeah, this one does need saturation knob. Nice. Let's put a little bit of chorus on it, just so it's not so static. And it's got a stereo effect. And a exciter. Nice. Now the Reggie bass. Only plays for a short time. Now let's give it also a saturator knob. gives a little bit of distortion that I find desirable, so let's also give it a slight chorus. Slow chorus. Nice. Let me also do clarity for this, the petite site. Nice. Cool, so that works. Let me also send this to accompaniment. So now this choir, I want to give it, this choir is a particularly old sound, like a particularly foggy, old sounding thing. So I definitely want to give it some saturation. And an exciter. Actually, I'm not even sure about the exciter. I think mostly we just want to stick to the petite excite and maybe some chorus for, it already has a lot of chorus in it, but we want a little bit for the dynamics between samples. And we're definitely going to want some reverb on this. We're going to send this to the lead. And I wonder if there was delay built into this one. Now it's pretty raw. Actually, it doesn't have much reverb at all. Okay, so maybe we don't even need that much reverb in the first place. But I think the strings are pretty raw here too. Nice. Yeah, so there's not a lot of reverb going on here at all. Maybe even not in the kick. Yeah, the kick is actually pretty dry here, so maybe we don't even need that. Now we have our brass, and I think there's some stereo stuff going on here, like even in the original, so. Yeah, I really don't think anything has reverb here, to be honest. Not even the flute. Let me see. Which means that we have license to kind of give everything a slight reverb, because we don't have nothing. We don't want nothing to have reverb. We want. So what I want to do is I want to send everything to reverb. Let me. What did I? What? Why did? You gotta be kidding me. FL Studio does some dumb stuff sometimes, for no reason at all. Like, I know I did not select this bus when I was editing the kick. So it put all my stuff in the kick, so now I have to bring all the kicks mixing back. So now I just give it, let's see, I had Petite Excite on, and I think that was it. That sounds good, but we just want kind of an ambient reverb, so I'm going to use TSAR1, and let's keep it low. So let's keep it at like 10%. We're going to go to Hall. Maybe even 5% works. Yeah, see, because you can't even tell there's much reverb on that. It's just kind of an ambient thing. Actually, I could take it down a little more, maybe 5, 9, maybe 7%. And let's give this one reverb too, but take it down really low. I think there was probably, let's see. So we don't want it to sound like it has reverb. You can hear when the tail comes in, but it's very subtle. And so this brass patch has kind of it has very subtle stereo effects going on there, but it doesn't make sense here. Let's give it a slight chorus. And I actually think we can leave it on full here. Let's also put an exciter on it. Nice. Let's send it to the accompaniment channel. Nice. And I still don't think saturation knob makes a difference here. Actually, it does kind of make a difference here. Nice. And so let's set our flute. We're definitely going to need some chorus here and saturation. We want some saturation here. Let's put it to... Whoops. Nice. Sweet, that helps a ton. Crazy how it doesn't really make a difference for some stuff, but others it does. But we also want to set an exciter. That's really going to brighten up the clarity. And let's send it to lead reverb. Nice. Cool. So that works. And then harmonica. We're going to want to put some chorus on it. This is very static. Maybe even stronger chorus. Nice. Perfect. So now we want to excite it. Yes. And it already has that release is sort of giving it a reverberated vibe. So I don't really want any reverb here, but I'm going to send it to the lead channel. And that'll be done. So now we have our tubular bells, and those play here. And those are in dire need of some chorus. But not very much. Where did it go? So it's not so static. And then we want to put an exciter on it to bring out those highs. Why does it always... There we go. Dope. Now and then we want to send this to the lead reverb. Nice. It's amazing how much that's improved. So now the crash. Definitely going to want some reverb on that. I think we want more release on that, actually. Maybe some chorus as well. Nice. And then exciter. Dope. Now this one definitely needs some chorus because it's very static. Nice. And also an exciter. Also want to send it to the drums bus. Might want to send it to reverb too, just to give it a little... Nice. Dope. So now the sticks. Let's see, where's the sticks? Definitely need some chorus to kind of keep that sounding different. Oof, I'm getting tired. So let's turn that down a bit, make it more subtle. And let's also excite it a bit. And because there's so many notes, I also want to randomize the velocity a little bit to give it a sense of different kind of hits. Let's randomize the velocity. Oh wow, that's changing the pitch too. Oh, because I had it set to change the note fine pitch. So let me modify that randomize. Let me give it less. I do want some of that stuff. Just a slight bit. Yes. Also, if I can get some cutoff fluctuation there too, would be nice. So when I do the randomizer, and that also makes it a little bit dull, so. And I also want a bit of reverb on this. But there's something, let's see. I guess just because it's an old sample, but I feel like there's something else I could do to this. Let's see. Maybe the crossover? I think I just want a bunch of it. Oh, I want to make the... Wait. No, I already did that. Nice. Let me see if the saturation knob makes any difference this time. It does kind of give it more of a thump. Yeah, I like that. Nice. Okay, so now we just have the Glock. Let's give it some chorus because it's static once it hits that loop point. Nice. And let's send it to the lead track because it's usually part of the leads, I think. No, it's accompaniment. I can send it to accompaniment. Let's also give it an exciter. Nice. Dope. Okay, so that works. Let me just preview it on the on the other parts. Dope. Sweet. I think that pretty much works for everything. Let's listen to. Let me see what y'all are saying first of all. Hi, welcome to the stream. All right, so let's see what it sounds like with the full thing. Yeah. I want to make that bass the same volume, like the regular bass, the same volume as the slap bass. Let me adjust it right there. About 12. All right, well, I like the sound of that, and we've been streaming for. Oh my god, this thing. Um, so let's see, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours. So I'm gonna take a break since this song is done, and then when I come back, actually, we have a commission that someone commissioned a track that is going to be restored, and that is Shala's theme from Chrono Trigger. So once we come back, and I'm gonna take about a 2 hour break, I'll come back, and then we'll get started on that one. So and this will the MP3 of this will be into let me also export it as we speak. So the MP3 of this will be on the Discord, and so you guys can join the if you're in the Discord, you can go and listen to that and let me know what you think. Let me know if anything jumps out at you. All right, and so yeah, that is about all for today. And so we'll continue this stream in a couple of hours. And thank you all for coming to the stream, and Jam and Sam out.